provider, I'm not afraid to jump on it faster than reacting to a 5-alarm fire. But my big-time wireless carrier told me I didn't qualify for their promotions because I was already an existing customer. I was sick and tired of getting hosed, so I switched over to Cellcom, where the deals are good for new and existing customers. Plus, they're always fired up to see me. Isn't that right, Sarah?
You got that right. Don't get burned by your wireless provider. With Cellcom, new and existing customers get to enjoy the same great offers. Whoa, that's some serious hustle. Cellcom, clarity in a cloudy world. Thank you to all firefighters and first responders for their service to their communities. It's a Cellcom holiday sale worth $400 when you trade in your current smartphone and get a Google Pixel 4.
As the Merrill boys get ready to take on Marshfield. Marshfield with Merrill boys head coach Jake Scheller. Right, coach, since we've seen you last, you've had a couple of nice wins over Northwestern and Wausau West. Let's get your thoughts on those two games quickly.
Well, really, it was two very polar opposite games. I thought in the Northwestern game we were ready to go from the start. We had good intensity. We were dialed into what we were trying to get done. We played well then, and it started with our defensive end. We took care of limiting their early options. We took care of the ball, and that's a recipe to have a really good game. And then you flip-flop it and go over to Wausau West, or at home when we played Wausau West. We were not ready to play. We were very lethargic to start the game. We looked like we didn't really have a lot of energy or intensity to us, and we dug ourselves a little bit of a hole to start on there, and we had to then work our way back into it, and ultimately we ended up finishing with a win, but it wasn't showing what we were capable of doing. And certainly the way we shot the ball doesn't help with that, but there was a lot of other factors besides shooting the ball.
All right, Coach, let's take a look at that win, 72-57 over West. You guys only shot 35% from the field, 14% from behind the arc, and 71% from the free throw line for West. They shot 43% from the field and 35% from behind the arc. So sometimes, obviously, the stats don't tell the story. You still got a 15-point win, but like you said, not happy with the victory.
Well, I mean, we're always still happy with a victory to walk away 1-0. but the way we handled ourselves, I thought the way that we played was not indicative of what we can do, and certainly showing our capabilities. Yeah, you're going to have off nights where you don't shoot the ball well, but I thought it was other things besides just our lack of scoring on that. It was, again, the attention to details, communication. I thought defensively, in pockets, we were really lethargic and really almost disinterested. But you piece all that together and still walk away with a double-digit conference win. That's good, but you're normally not that lucky. And I think one big factor with that is we were able to get on the offensive glass. Having 21 offensive rebounds is really the difference maker with that. But we can't rely on that on a nightly basis.
All right, Coach, let's take a look at your leading scorers. Casper at 23, 16 for Waller, 12 for Pine, and 10 for Caleb Tim in that one.
Yeah, I like our balance with it. Something that now we've talked about for almost 4 years is trying to get multiple guys to balance out the scoring, because in turn it then just makes it harder to defend when you have 4 guys that are capable of going for 15 plus on any given night. And I think that we have a team that can fit that mold, and to beat West like that is something that we have to continue to try to do.
All right, Coach, as we continue on here on the pregame show on Blue Jay 96.3 FM, 7:30 a.m. and online at BlueJay963.com. Let's take a look at tonight's both Marshfield Tigers. They come in with a 2-3 overall record and 1-0 in the conference. Of course, you guys tied with conference with them last year, with each finishing with a 10-2 record, and they've had a little bit of a rough start here, a little bit of a decent schedule, as I believe they lost to Seymour last Saturday. So let's talk a little bit about the Marshfield Tigers.
Well, I think the first thing before we even go anywhere with that is their strength of schedule is always one of the best ones in the state. 2 of their 3 losses right now are to 2 top 10 teams in the state, in number 1 Lacrosse Central and number 10 Seymour. So their 2-3 record is not indicative of their skill level and how good their team is. They do a really good job of scheduling their non-conference games, and they're always looking to play the best teams that they can with that. I think that they have had a little bit of a run of some injuries. They've certainly played good teams, but I mean, just one big factor is how well they handled Wisconsin Rapids last weekend on Friday. I think Rapids is a team that has a chance to contend for a conference title this year in our league, and they had them in a 20-point game mid to late part of that second half. Defensively, they're really sound and solid in their principles. Offensively, they space the floor really well, and they consistently have 5 guys on the floor that can knock down shots from the perimeter.
All right, Coach. Last year against these guys, you guys split each winning on each winning on your own home court. Isaac Meverton unfortunately tore his ACL, so he's out for the year for as he did that right before the football season.
Yeah, and Isaac's a big loss for them. I always thought he was one of the hardest players to defend and to scheme against because of his versatility, being 6'4", 6'5", having the big frame, that big football tight end frame, and his ability then to shoot the ball, post up. He really was a tough matchup because of his skill.
All right, Coach, finally coming into tonight's game, any injury or illness that's going to hold anyone out?
Timmy Hanlon will not be playing tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck to you. We'll talk to you in the postgame.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, that is Merrill Boys head coach Jake Shallow here on the pregame show. We'll be back with the starting lineups in 3 minutes. You're listening to Merrill Boys basketball here on Blue Jay 96.3 FM, 7:30 a.m. and online at BlueJay963.com.
Hi, this is Chris Califas from Merrill House Music and Home Entertainment in downtown Merrill. Do you have sporadic and sketchy Wi-Fi at your house?
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
For me, college is about more than hitting the books. And at Mid-State Technical College, I get the whole college experience. Live in a dorm? Bam. There's a meal plan? Tasty. I could join a student organization? Hi. Or intramural sports. Yeah! Plus, I can study abroad while earning college credit. And the cost for all of this? No brainer. So don't wait. Apply today.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see, that's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.